These are the 7 major sins of narcissists that make God angry and throw them straight to hell. Narcissism is characterized by traits of grandiosity, lack of empathy, and an insatiable need for admiration. Being in a relationship with a narcissist can have severe repercussions, causing profound emotional distress that can hinder personal growth and recovery for extended periods. These relationships are emotionally draining, leaving victims struggling to overcome the turmoil they have endured. Understanding the core dynamics of interactions with narcissists reveals an inherent sense of injustice. Instead of taking responsibility for their actions, narcissists often deflect blame onto their victims. They employ manipulation techniques and gaslighting, leaving their targets confused and questioning their own reality, exacerbating their emotional state. Once a narcissist achieves their goals or fulfills their needs, they demonstrate a complete disregard for the individual they were involved with, abruptly discarding them as if they never mattered. This sudden abandonment leaves the victim hurt and perplexed, grappling with the confusion of what went wrong. Narcissists view others as mere instruments to fulfill their desires, lacking genuine compassion or concern. Their lack of empathy is both repugnant and difficult to comprehend. In the following section, we will delve into the 7 cardinal sins committed by narcissists and explore their strategies to evade accountability for their harmful behavior. By subscribing to our channel, you will stay informed with fresh insights and actively contribute to raising awareness of this issue. Together, we can continue the conversation and promote greater understanding. First and foremost, narcissists epitomize emotional vampirism. They feed off your vulnerability, honesty, and cognitive abilities, deriving pleasure from exerting control, dominating others, and causing harm. However, at what cost? You sacrifice your own well-being for their agenda, compromising your mental stability as the line between illusion and reality becomes blurred. Your ability to absorb and retain information becomes impaired as your very perspective and emotions become distorted. They show no concern for the erosion of your identity, as the damage they inflict holds no consequence for them. Their sole focus revolves around gaining the necessary energy and resources to sustain themselves. Excessive gaslighting stands as the second major transgression. They skillfully manipulated your story, emotions, and perception of reality, all with the goal of asserting dominance over your narrative. Through their calculated tactics, they sought to fulfill their own desires, coercing you to comply and agree to things against your better judgment. Their relentless efforts aim to confine you within their distorted version of reality, warping your beliefs about yourself, them, and the world. What was their sinister plan, you may wonder? They aimed to appropriate actions and faults that were not yours, wrongfully blaming you for their own wrongdoings. Surrendering control over your life to such an extent diminishes your self-worth, leaving you feeling debased and detached from your identity and purpose. Furthermore, the third egregious offense is the deliberate ignorance narcissists display. They possess the capability to be considerate, self-aware, and accountable, yet they choose to feign ignorance. They conveniently modify their behavior only when they fear losing control over you or the relationship. They temporarily exhibit kindness and cooperation, which leads to confusion about why they can't consistently act in such a manner, knowing that it is what you need to sustain a healthy friendship. To maintain the relationship, they intentionally made you beg for even the most basic elements of respect, understanding, compassion, presence, intention, love, and care. They deliberately denied you the fulfillment of these fundamental qualities that could nourish a genuine friendship. When their direct control tactics failed, they resorted to targeting your reputation. Even after their lies were exposed, they persistently spread falsehoods, seeking to inflict harm upon you. This malicious behavior stems from irrational, baseless hatred. It is challenging to comprehend why such an individual deserves respect rather than appeasement to avoid their wrath. Past relationship issues should be left in the past, allowing for healing and personal growth. However, they refuse to let go, actively seeking out allies to tarnish your reputation by disseminating false narratives about you. Their actions have devastating effects on both your personal and professional life, destroying your credibility and altering how others perceive you. Their callous disregard for the pain they inflict is intentional, relishing in the opportunity to rally support against you and further elevate their own self-worth. Their ability to seek revenge driven by jealousy, spite, or malice is unacceptable. Sin no. 5. Engaging in infidelity while keeping the affair hidden from you. When caught in the act of cheating, they resort to calculated deception. It is beyond audacious to engage in such behavior. When confronted, they deny, gaslight, and shift the blame onto you, portraying you as the one at fault. Their emotional detachment is palpable. While I hesitate to solely attribute their actions to a disorder, their conduct reflects that of a morally bankrupt individual rather than someone struggling with a disorder. This act is deplorable, embodying evil as they knowingly indulge in forbidden affairs that would harm their partner if exposed. And when their betrayal is brought to light, they attempt to discredit you. It is truly abhorrent, and I struggle to fathom a worse betrayal. This betrayal is unforgivable, as narcissism corrodes the capacity for trust, rendering forgiveness unattainable. Through a constant stream of lies and the destruction of your shared experiences, they callously discard you in the cruelest manner imaginable. Their continuous manipulation and deceit make it impossible to ascertain the truth. As you awaken from the illusory state, the realization dawns upon you that your entire relationship was built upon falsehoods. Rebuilding trust becomes a challenging journey, as the shock and wounds inflicted take an extensive amount of time to heal. Unfortunately, many individuals who have experienced betrayal struggle to trust again, forever marked by the enduring scars of shattered faith. The sixth offense manifests as physical harm inflicted upon others. While not all narcissists resort to physical violence, those who do create an environment of extreme insecurity, leaving victims struggling to perceive their safety in the presence of others. It may take years or even decades for victims to regain a sense of security, haunted by the constant fear of the perpetrator's return. Even seemingly safe environments become tinged with anxiety due to the enduring trauma of mental and physical abuse at the hands of the narcissist. As someone who has experienced the devastating effects of having a narcissistic father, I strongly condemn any act of physical harm inflicted upon others. When individuals resort to violence, they cease to resemble themselves, exhibiting a complete absence of compassion. By succumbing to rage, they relinquish control to their malevolent and diabolical side. The seventh and final cardinal sin pertains to abusive behavior. Narcissists perceive others as mere objects, readily discarding them once their usefulness expires. Driven by a sense of superiority and entitlement, they view individuals as disposable commodities. This mindset extends beyond human relationships to their acquisition of material possessions and their avoidance of accountability. Pursuing others is not driven by genuine care or a desire for meaningful connection. Rather, it revolves around fulfilling their financial gain, sexual gratification, or other self-serving ends. They detach from concepts of affection, kindness, care, or genuine human connection. Others are reduced to mere means of satisfying their desires, illustrating their self-centered and survival-driven mentality. The intricacies of exploitation will be explored further in upcoming episodes. I hope you found this episode engaging and thought-provoking. Please share your thoughts in the comments section. And if you enjoyed it, kindly like and share the content. Our discussion will continue in the next episode, focusing on strategies for personal growth and self-improvement.